Satu, dua, tiga.
Okay, police reports have come out and have been carried in the newspapers, where the police have said that they were defending themselves. The police have said that these three individuals, actually attacked the police, and that one police officer was slashed, and therefore they had to defend themselves and they had to shoot. That is the official story from the police. This is what the police said. Now, it is our position that this is pure fabrication. I repeat that, pure fabrication. And we will give you the evidence as to why we are saying that this is pure fabrication and complete untruths. Now, what has happened in reality is that all three of them were shot execution style. Execution style killings were done for all three of them. Now, the next issue is the entry wound and the exit wound for the gun, for the bullet. Now, the bullet that entered for one of the three individuals, Puspanathan, the bullet entered through his nose. He was shot in his nose, in his face. Puvaneswaran. For Puvaneswaran, he was shot in his nose. Now, if this was self-defense and someone shoots you in the nose, where would the exit wound be? Common sense. The exit wound would be at the back of the head, correct? That would make perfect sense. No, the exit wound, there is no exit wound. The bullet that entered through his nose is now, that said bullet is now lodged in his heart. It is still there in his heart. In other words, I want you to imagine a bullet going through the nose and being lodged in the heart. What would be the angle of the entry of the bullet? Can it be a shooting like this? Impossible. The shooting was done from the top to the bottom. It was an acute angle. We are looking at anything between 60 to 80 degrees for the bullet to actually travel from the top to the bottom. This one fact is sufficient to completely debunk whatever that the police have stated, that this was a shooting in self-defense. It's hogwash. How can it be self-defense when the bullet goes from the top to the bottom? I'll tell you what happened. It's very obvious that all of them must have been kneeling down. This must have been an execution style killing. When the three individuals were traveling in the car, one of the individuals by the name of Logeswaran, who was 29 years old, and his wife is sitting right here beside me, the wife called him to have a conversation, saying, where are you going? What are you going to eat? What's going on? And while this conversation was going on, she will give you the details. I'm just giving you a summary. While this conversation was going on, the husband Logeswaran actually told her, oh, there's a car tailing us. And she actually told the husband, you quickly rush to the nearest police station. And before they could rush to the nearest police station, they were waylaid by the police and shot and killed. And this entire conversation, the second half of the conversation, for a duration of more than 13 minutes, was fortunately recorded by Jayshree. So for the first time ever, we actually have evidence of the killing by the police. We have on record, which we will play in a short while, we have on record the police saying things like, baring, baring, buka kaki, duduk, baring, 1, 2, 3, boom. All of this has been recorded. Now, based on this recording, does it make any sense to any sensible person that this could be shooting in self-defense.
Saya tanya dia siapa, polis ke siapa. Dia kata tak tahu. And then dalam conversation tu, dia kata sama saya lah. Memang dia memang tak ada berhenti kereta sebab dia tak tahu tu siapa sebab itu bukan kereta Petroka yang ada lampu biru tu. Okay, so kereta tu kereta biasa. Tak tahu siapa. And then sudah cut telefon tu, sudah berhenti. Dalam berapa saat dia call balik dengan saya. So dia call balik, saya tanya dengan dia apa keadaan. Masa tu saya belum start recording. So dia panggil saya, you datang ambil saya dekat highway. Saya sudah naik highway. Kereta tu tak boleh bawa laju sangat. So saya bagi tahu dia, you turun daripada highway, pergi terdekat punya balai. Kalau itu polis, kita jumpa dekat balai. Apa kes ke apa-apa selepas tu. Kalau itu bukan polis, mungkin dia orang pun tak nak masuk dekat balai. So bila saya bagi tahu dia macam tu, dia kata saya sudah terlepas exit Sempang 4. So maksud dia tak boleh turun dekat Sempang 4. So selepas tu dia kata kereta tu sudah overheat. Temperature naik. Memang dalam rakaman tu memang ada. So bila time tu saya sudah start rakam lah. Sebab saya pun tengah bawa kereta, saya nak isi minyak. So masa saya isi minyak tu saya tak nak bawa telefon tu keluar. So saya pun tak tahu nanti dia akan cakap apa. So saya sudah start recording dekat sana. So masa tu memang saya pun tak ada dengar apa dia cakap dalam recording tu. Selepas semua insiden, bila last time saya dengar, baru jelas apa yang terjadi semua.
There's no audible evidence of a parang attack as alleged by the police. Media report mentioned weapon found at the scene, but there's no audio confirming, no audio about such discussion taking place among the police. Although there is recording saying bonnet and walkie-talkie were discovered, no other form of parang or anything else that was reported by the police. Several loud, impulsive sound resembling gunshot were heard, while the suspect appears to be already restrained. So there is no audible indication of an attack that will cause the police to open fire. So these are my findings, and I will present the same findings to the police later today.
The first demand is that we demand that a full investigation for murder under Section 302 of the Penal Code be immediately commenced in respect of this incident. No delay is acceptable. 2. We demand that all police officers directly involved in the incident be immediately suspended from duty pending the outcome of this investigation. This is necessary to preserve the integrity, independence, and fairness of the investigative process. 3. We demand that all officers implicated in the attempted cover-up and this false narrative, this fabricated story in respect of what had transpired, regardless of seniority, rank, or position, also be immediately suspended pending investigation. No officer, senior or otherwise, should be exempt from accountability. 4. We demand that the investigation be conducted independently by a special task force from Bukit Aman, the headquarters itself. We will not accept an investigation carried out by police officers from the state of Malacca, as this would amount to a situation where the wrongdoers or those covering up this crime is investigating their own people. It's just unacceptable. 5. We demand that the investigation be conducted in a transparent, impartial, and accountable manner. There must be no concealment, suppression, or withholding of relevant information. Regular updates must be provided to ensure public confidence and trust in the process.
The fact that we have evidence that the police have murdered civilians. Right now, can we even trust the police to investigate the police? Does it make sense? Oh, police, tolong investigate police. Mockery. We demand that the Prime Minister convene an urgent meeting of the Federal Cabinet today. An urgent meeting to discuss this matter and to provide an independent commission, if necessary, a royal commission of inquiry to determine the wrongdoings by the PDRM. We have evidence. How are you going to sweep this under the carpet? The Malaysian public will not have it. We demand an impartial investigation, we demand a transparent investigation, and we want the police officers who committed this murder to be charged. They must be charged for murder. They must go to court. They must go to prison. It is unacceptable. Just because they wear a policeman's uniform does not give them the right to go around killing civilians. And that is exactly what they have done in this situation.